My name's Nikki Price, and today's little video is going to be around motivation, how to find some time to get up and go. This also ties in as well with how we feel, so self-esteem, and with confidence as well. So at the moment, we've all kind of gone from working whatever we're doing or our regular timetable, and we are now sorry, my little dog's just appeared next to me, bless him, and he wants stroking, so I have to do it. But now we've kind of all been left with a timetable of I get up and I've got all these ideas I want to do, and I'm not going to do any of them because I'm going to sit down and watch telly. So I think for me, this is what I'm going to say to you. This is what I need you to do. I need you to get a blank piece of paper. She says, grabbing one. Ta-da! You all know what a blank piece of paper looks like, but I'm going to motivate you to get one. All right. And what I need you to do with your blank piece of paper is, do you remember when you was at school and we had a timetable? And you can actually get some really good ones printed off online as well, but I can see whether I can put something together. But you know what I mean? Something with the days on and the times on. And what we need to do is create something realistic that you are looking to stick to. What I don't want you to do is fill every single thing doing, because otherwise what you'll do is you'll get up and you'll be too knackered and you won't do anything. What I want you to do is think about a couple of the things that you really want to achieve. So if there's a wardrobe that you want to do, we all have a wardrobe. I said we all. I have a wardrobe that would be really beneficial to me to empty a lot of the stuff out, give a lot of it to charity shops when they open up again, and then find the things that I haven't worn for some time but I've fallen back in love with, and I can use those again. It'd also be beneficial because I'd be able to close the wardrobe doors. It would be really good. I always go a step too far and then colour coded it, but that's just me. That's probably why I don't do it so often. But this is the thing, is you don't have to start with absolutely everything. Don't start with the biggest part of your wardrobe. What you could do on your timetable is you could look at it and go, this morning, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get up, I'm going to go for, if you're able to, so my timetable says I get up, I go out with Romeo and go for my walk. Now, I've made sure I do that because I record it for other people to watch. So, and I do it on a live. So I've got a little bit of I have to do it. I don't have to. If I didn't want to do it, I wouldn't do it. But I feel like if I'm doing it, I'm helping someone else. It's a little bit like if they say, if you join the gym and you go in with a friend and a friend's picking you up, you're less likely to not do it if you know that's going to be the case. So I know that's just kind of a little bit different, but is there a reason you can do it by? When do you want to have it done by? So I get up, go and take Ro out, do a recording, come back, and then between probably 9 and 9:30, I have something to eat, cup of tea, and then I go and have my shower, come back down, I get set up, make sure the tripod's up, the phone's there, what am I doing, is it all round and about, and then at 10:30 I have my mindfulness session, my chat and mindfulness, and then we finish for anywhere between 11:15, 11:15. And then from there on, if I want to do something, so if I've got some phone calls I need to make, I make them for 11:30 when I know I've finished, because I know if I leave them till the afternoon, I'll think to myself, yeah, I'll do them later. Do you reckon they ever get done? The answer is no, my friends. So I've started doing things now at 11:30 because I'm still feeling good having done my class. And I think, right, I'll give myself an hour, and then I stop for something to eat about 12:30, 1 o'clock. It's really nice because Price is at home as well. So we'll have lunch together, and then we'll have a sit down, have a catch up, how are you? And then it's like, right, what am I going to do with myself this afternoon? Now, sometimes what I might do is have a quick sleep for half an hour, because I've been up since 3:00 to get to the park for 7. So sometimes I'll have a sleep for an hour, but what I'll do then is when I get back up, I'll work until later. So the schedule is what works with you in your world. If you're not a morning person, don't be putting stuff in the morning that's going to take a huge amount of enthusiasm. Now, I am a morning person, so for me, I'd rather get up and get doing something. There's no point putting something at 3:00 in the afternoon, because by that time, my body clock's gone down. So it's firstly about knowing yourselves and doing a time schedule. If your time schedule says I'm going to start this at 10 o'clock, don't be sitting there thinking to yourself, you lazy bugger, I could have started this at 8. Oh my gosh, look at the time. If you know you're doing something at 10, then start doing it at 10. Because there was a reason you'll have put that. If you struggle to get up and it's going to be a nightmare and I've got to set something at 8, it's not going to happen, is it? So it's about being realistic, but you need to have that timetable. Let's go back, that is school timetable, isn't it? School words. That timetable will help you. Now, what's really important in this timetable as well is, do you remember the bits that were in your timetable that said break and lunchtime? Right? Home time as well. Those were the best bits. And you also had, for me, I used to love PE, and there were certain classes that you loved. So I look forward to that, look forward to that. Throw in a bit of science over there, or a bit of physics over there. I'm not too sure on that one. But it was a mixture of things that I really enjoyed. I had my break times to go and catch up with whoever, refill myself kind of mentally, which was brilliant, and then go back. So maybe that's what you can look at. If there's a job, if you know you've got to get going in the morning, maybe don't set off with the hardest thing. Maybe do a small task. Maybe think to yourself, right, I'll do that, and then I'll do that, and I'll have a cup of tea while I'm doing that. Right, and then when I've done that, I'll start that. It's about knowing, if you get up in the morning and you don't have a plan for what you're going to do that day, I will pretty much guarantee you're not going to get huge amounts of it done. I'm saying that, you might, but I would doubt it. If you've got a timetable of what you're going to do, you're going to get some of it done. Now, some of it is a lot better than none of it, because what I don't want you to do is set yourself up to fail. We've all done that. We've all had a to-do list, and sometimes a to-do list isn't the best because it doesn't tell you when you're going to do it, how much needs doing. It just says wardrobe. All right, well, what I'm going to do on Monday is I'm going to start on the left-hand side, and then on Tuesday morning I'm going to get my shoes out from the bottom, and on Wednesday I'm going to start on the right-hand side. Now, you might find on Monday I start on the left-hand side, oh, sod it, I'll carry on doing it. Or I might get up on Tuesday and think, I'm not in the mood for that today, but I will do it. I will do it. And those are the conversations you need to have with yourself. Have that bargaining power with yourself. Don't set yourself up to fail by setting things too much. Put some things in there that you look forward to, like I used to do with PE or other classes, cookery classes. I used to enjoy that. And then there's other bits and pieces that you used to think, heart sinks a little bit. That's fine. Reward yourself. Get yourself a nice cup of tea while you're doing it. I'll do an hour for. I'll start half an hour. Right, that's fine. Once you start something, you pretty much carry on. But if you start it after half an hour and you want to stop, fine. Just know you'll go back to doing it, because sometimes you need to empty things out. You need to get all of your shoes out of the bottom of the wardrobe. Right, that's fine. I've got them out. And then the next morning, when I'm feeling like it again, I'll go and finish it off. So I'm hoping that helps you to find that little bit of motivation, because motivation is about having some kind of structure, and we're all at the moment structures all over the place. And whilst it is lovely being able to have some rest, that's really important. Don't call yourself lazy. If you're sat there and you've got your feet up, you're not being lazy. What you're doing is you're catching up on some rest, which I guarantee you will need from some other point, because the people that have got really good routines are usually the people that have got no other time for the things, because they're usually dashing from A to B to C to D to E to F again. So we go from one extreme often to the other. So it's about recognising that and going, that's all right, let's find something in the middle. What days do I have specific thing I need to do? Is there some days I have to go and do that? Is there a day I have to go and get my essentials from the supermarket? Right, I'm going to do that on that day. So you've got that morning crossed out. And then, right, okay, I'm going to do that on that afternoon. What else do I need to do? Well, I could do with having to catch up with somebody. Right, I'm going to put that in there. Because these are really essential things that you're doing for your well-being as well. If you are making those connections with people, that is keeping you, I'm going to say sane, but it is. It's making that, you're making you feel less kind of that we're locked in. What we're doing is we're using this time, this opportunity to do something that you don't normally get done. So one thing at a time. Let's make it smart, which is specific. So I'm going to do a wardrobe. I'm going to do the left-hand side. I'm going to do this, whatever. What are you going to do with that wardrobe? For me, mine would be, I'm going to take out the things that I either don't like anymore. And if you look at something and you're rumming an eye in, get it out. Are you with me? If you, I'm not too sure, that's how it ends up staying in the wardrobe for like 6-7 years and never gets worn. So be specific. What are you going to do? I'm going to keep the clothes that, one, that fit me, two, that make me feel good. Anything else that I'm not too sure on, I used to like it, I don't want it for a long time, off it comes, into a bag, off to the charity shop. How good will that be? And those charity shops will need this stock. those charity shops are shut at the moment. So can you imagine how good that will make you feel when you can walk in with those bundles of clothes and be able to go, there you go, thank you very much, and we'll get those funds in for them. So be specific, be measurable. How long is it going to take? And be realistic. Don't say I'm going to do the whole wardrobe in an hour, unless you've got a small wardrobe. It's not my wardrobe. And split it over so many days. Stop making it this massive thing. Is it attainable? Is it possible? It is possible if I put some time into it. And then it's a realistic time. Is it relevant? Is it important to me? Of course it is. It is now. I've been talking even more on this, if I'm being honest with you. I'm thinking, crikey, Nick, let's get some of these. Let's get some of these sorted, because that will feel so good to me to know I'm doing something good for the charity shops. And time bound. Give yourself a bit of a deadline. I'm going to get that done by this week, but I'm going to do half an hour here, an hour there, or I'm going to crack on. And if it changes, that's fine. Be flexible with yourself. This is not about giving yourself an opportunity to beat yourself up, but this is about having a good plan, following it, adjusting it if needs be, being kind, being realistic, and thinking, right, I'm gonna do this. But make sure you plan those cups of teas, feet up, catch up with people. If you know that a conversation with someone will lift your spirits, pick that phone up, give yourself that time. If you need some screen time to switch off, figure in your screen time with a cup of tea at 11. So with a piece of cake. I'm not helping anybody's diets here, am I? But are you with me? Give yourself those time. Let me know how you get on, because I would love to know how you get on. As always, thank you. Look forward to seeing you soon. Bye.